3rd and 12. Ball at the 16-yard line. Jackson takes the snap, fires it out here, and it is picked off. Intercepted on a deflection. The man getting it's Rod Moore, taking it down the far sideline. He gets it all the way up to a 40-yard line and maybe beyond, just barely, as he's knocked out of bounds.
Huge mistake. Just a huge, huge mistake. You can't come away with that kind of drive and not come away with any points. Looking at what Taven was looking at here, I think that ball either slipped out of his hands or was just really fully overthrown, looking for Bamba, or he was looking for the deeper man. I think that ball just got away from him.
St. Ristel got a hand on it, deflected it into the hands of Moore. Loveland in motion. Here's the snapback. And McCarthy fires it down the field. And this time the catch is made. And it is Loveland who makes it. A nice grab out there and a first down for Michigan, their first of the ball game.
Yeah, and Indiana brought a little pressure, but this time it was well taken care of by the Michigan offensive line, and that gave just enough time for McCarthy to fit that ball. Pretty tight window, actually. Josh Sanguinetti in at safety actually had a chance to kind of come off his man and make a play on it. Nearly did.
Michigan on the attack. Everybody in tight this time, except Corum, who's the running back, and he takes the snap and hands it off to him, and Corum finds running room. And they just went power at that time to the left side, and they pick up great yardage on the play. Another first down as Jamari Sharp comes up and makes the stop at the 48-yard line of Michigan. They've got two tight ends in the ball game right now. Here, back to throw as McCarthy throws out here to Loveland, and he is going to be knocked out of bounds on the far sideline, but into Hoosier territory inside the 40-yard line. Reddison's the tight end at the H-back spot. They send Cornelius Johnson on the wide receiver to the right side. Here's a throw down the field, and Johnson's got it. And he gets knocked to the ground immediately by Nick Toomer, but he picks up a first down at the Indiana 21, a 15-yard gain of the play.
Ooh, Philip Dunham got so close to maybe intercepting that ball. He read J.J. McCarthy's eyes really well, or at least getting a hand on it. That's why it was bobbled initially by Cornelius Johnson, because Philip Dunham got right in his line of sight there, and he lost sight of the ball for a second.
Side, one to the far. Now Corum in the backfield. They're going to give it to him on like a jet sweep, and he turns it upfield. He's got running room down the sideline, gets knocked out of bounds at the 5-yard line by Aaron Casey. High formation in the backfield. Bredesen, the tight end's in there, but they give the ball to Corum, and he just pounds his way into the end zone. And so Michigan comes right back, and here's a flag down. Got a Michigan player on the ground, too, getting up slowly, but I think he's okay. That looked like it was Trevor Keegan.
It was.
And let's see what that flag's all about.
Well, Colson Loveland was huge on that drive. A couple of big catches and some nice work in the run game.
McCarthy takes the snap, wants to throw it, looks, now throws it right over the middle. Caught out here by Edwards out of the backfield. He's got running room, goes to the sideline on the far side, and he's run out by Lewis Moore, the safety for Indiana, but not before he's picked up a first down and some solid yardage on the play out to the 30-yard line. And you know he wants to win this ball game today. McCarthy takes the snap. We got a flag that comes down. This is a free play for Michigan. Had an Indiana player offsides. McCarthy throws it down the field, and a diving catch made by Morris as he comes up with a big catch there. Tyler Morris dove to the ground, made the catch at the 42-yard line of Indiana, and they pick up a broken play, first down. And I think Corum's back in the ball game as running back. Here's the snap, and they shove it right back, a flea flicker back to McCarthy. Throws it down the field. Ball caught by Morris. He tries to spin away, and he's brought to the ground after a pickup of about 14 as Mangum Farrar comes up and makes the stop for Indiana. But they are moving the chains now, and they've got another good drive going here.
Yeah, it was actually really good discipline by Indiana's secondary to not get sucked up on that initial handoff to Corum. And then so when he flipped it back to McCarthy, IU's safeties were in good spot to defend the deep game. But then, you know, Michigan had sent the player in short right there, and that's how Tyler Morris ended up getting that first down.
Two receivers on either side, split wide. Shotgun formation. Loveland now moves into an H-back spot to the right. Johnson in motion. Here's the snap, and McCarthy now rolls to his left, trying to turn it upfield, and he is chased out of bounds right around the 5-yard line. A good play by Indiana. They came back and got him. They're going to mark him. Look where they're marking him at the 2-yard line. Are you kidding me?
I think they're saying the ball was forward as he was going out of bounds, and it looks like Michigan's going to try and go for it here.
I don't believe that at all. I'm not saying what you're saying.
Yeah,
I don't believe that he didn't move the ball out.
It didn't look like that. Yeah,
that's a terrible spot, and you're going to get it here at Michigan every time.
4th and 2, 4th and goal.
Here we go. They're going for it. McCarthy awaits the snap, gets it, and going to throw it, and throws it, and touchdown. Roman Wilson at the back of the end zone. Nobody around him.
Yeah, Indiana playing run there, Don, and McCarthy had his choice of receivers in the back of the end zone. Nobody covered.
So Indiana gives up the touchdown that gives Michigan the lead. At 13-7, the extra point try will be made by James Turner. You might hear a little bitterness in my voice when I talk about spots for Michigan.
I hear you. Been there before.
Here we go. Snapback's a good one. The kick is up by Turner, and it is good. And Michigan takes the lead. 3 minutes, 24 seconds to go here in this first half of play as the Wolverines have their first lead of the day, and it is 14-7 Michigan. James gets the snap, gets this one away. It's kind of a quick low dropper. It's going to bounce down the field, and it's pulled in by the intended receiver, Morris. He finds a way to get upfield. He breaks it to the 40, 45, the 50, and finally knocked out of bounds, and they're going to be in field goal position with any kind of couple of 2 or 3 plays that they're going to have to work with here unless Indiana can get a turnover.
Yeah.
James Evans, the kicker, or the punter for Indiana, is the guy who actually ran him down at the end. Here's the snap, and here's McCarthy rolling to his right and gets hit, and he'll go down after a short gain of about 3. And a flag comes down late, and they're going to call I think they're going to call a penalty against Indiana's Marcus Burris.
They are. Kind of a second tackle on Burris as he kind of swung him to the ground once he was already wrapped up.
We'll see.
After the play was over, personal foul, late hit, defense number 92. The 15-yard penalty is added to the end of the run, automatic, first down.
Now, here, watch this.
It was definitely some acting going on there, that's for sure.
Unbelievable. I mean, there's no way that should be a penalty. They both roll over together.
He did kind of swing him a little bit at the end, but yeah, it's tough to get that call against you.
All right, it's first down. Ball's at the 28 of Indiana now. Here's the snap. Handoff goes to Donovan Edwards. He gets put to the ground at the 25-yard line. Gain is going to be 4. Here's the snap. McCarthy waiting to throw it. Fires it over the middle. And the catch is made by Roman Wilson. And he's got a first down just inside the 20. Ready to take the snap. They're going in a hurry here. Here's a rush on McCarthy. Gets away. Rolls to his left. Now dumps out pass out here to Donovan Edwards. And they get it down to the 2-yard line. A tremendous play by J.J. McCarthy. Retison's the big fullback in there as a tight end, and Blake Corum's the running back. Here's the snap. They give it to Corum. He tries the left side, and it's a touchdown. Well, the last few minutes of the first half have become really a detriment for this Indiana football team. Too many mistakes. And suddenly it's a 20-7 ball game. 3 receivers in the set position on the right side. Here is McCarthy back to throw it. Gets pressure from Jones. Trying to run for his life out there. Finally throws it down the field, and it's caught by Loveland. He's going down to the 10, to the 5. Touchdown. Unbelievable. Well, you look like you got him stopped, and you can't get it done.
Yeah, so, that's a really tough spot. Trying to see exactly who was over there for Indiana, who essentially had to leave coverage on Loveland to try to step up and stop J.J. McCarthy. Looks like that's Philip Dunham. Made the decision to go up and try to contain McCarthy rather than staying with Loveland, and that's how he just got wide open right there. But it was a great initial pressure. It's just McCarthy's so athletic and mobile.
Turner will try the extra point kick. It is on its way, and it is up and through. And it is now 28-7. And we haven't finished 2.5, or just basically 2.5 minutes of playing time here in the second half. And already Michigan on the scoreboard to make it 28-7. Timeout on the field. We'll be back in a moment. This is IU Football on the Neil Tide Auto Service Radio Network from Learfield. And here's the snap back. Sorsby this time has a little time, but now the pressure comes and he gets sacked. Just too much time taken there trying to get things set up. Jalen Harrell got in there and made the stop on him. A loss of 13 on the play. And all of a sudden the avalanche has begun.
Yeah, and that was fantastic protection initially, and really just Sorsby had all the time in the world. You'd like that ball to come out of his hand. He just didn't have anywhere to go with it. That was really good work initially, and then Eberle spins right out of that and into trouble with Harrell.
Donovan Edwards is another running back in the game right now. Moves to the right side as a receiver. Here's the snap and the handoff to Corum. Corum finds a hole on the left side. You're right. It looked like a hold there, but he pops through it for about a 9-yard gain, and the ball is down in Hoosier territory now at the 43-yard line.
I thought Noah Pierre really was getting taken to task there by Roman Wilson. Pulling on his jersey from behind, but referees don't call it. 8-yard, 9-yard gain there.
3 receivers to the right, 1 to the near side. Corum in the backfield with McCarthy. Corum gets the call right up the gut, breaks 2 tackles, and then is knocked to the ground right around the 32-yard line. But a first down. Miles Jackson on the tackle.
Well, this is why those third quarters, Don, have been so good to Michigan, is because they have the ability to really start leaning on you to kind of impose their will a little bit with that physicality in the run game. And, they get the quick score to make it a 21-point game, and now they're really going to try to muscle this thing.
Ball resting at the 32. In motion goes the tight end Loveland to the left, and he sets up as a slot receiver. Here's the snap back. McCarthy looks over the middle and gets pressure, gets away. Now he's running up the field, breaks another tackle, gets a first down, finally goes out of bounds somewhere around the 10-yard line. I'm telling you, the guy is amazing with his feet. He does some things out there that's unique to a quarterback. 22 yards on that carry. 2 receivers in tandem to the right, 3 receivers wide outs to the left. Here's a quick throw to the sideline right side, and it's Samaj Morgan comes up with a catch, and he is going to get hit, and then he breaks the tackle and goes to the end zone and gets it in. Touchdown number 2 here in the third quarter, and right now it looks like Michigan unstoppable.
Yeah, I mean, they have scored touchdowns now on 5 straight possessions, going all the way back to the end of the first quarter. And so it's been tough, and it's only going to get tougher as Michigan can really start to pound things with the run game. But there's a number of Indiana players that had a shot at Morgan there and just couldn't get to him.
Jackson waits the snap. Gets it. Oh, he gets hammered. Lost the football for a second. I don't know if he recovered it or not. We'll wait and see. Michigan man says that Michigan has it, but we'll wait and see. They unpile. And Michigan has the football. So Jackson gets sacked. He fumbles the football. Michael Barrett got on top of it.
The ruling of
Jackson.
the field, if the runner fumbled the ball prior to being tackled, and the defense recovered, first down Michigan.
Oh, yeah, that's a definite fumble. That ball was out. Barrett running a little kind of B-gap, A-gap, B-gap blitz type of situation here, coming right off of his defensive tackle, and came wide open and free to get to Taven Jackson, who then coughs the ball up.
So the ball now marked at the 15-yard line of Indiana, and the Hoosiers about to let this ball game completely get out of hand. Snapback's a good one. Kick is on its way. It is up and it is good. And Michigan continues to put points on the scoreboard here, although this one just a three-pointer. 38-7 now. Michigan leading Indiana. 1st and 10. Ball at the 36 of Indiana. Here's the snap. Handoff goes to Chris. Nope, it's Sorsby going to keep it. That was a mistake because he is going to be thrown for a loss. In the backfield is Howland with Sorsby. And Sorsby in pressure, and he's going to try to get rid of it, and he fumbles the football, and Michigan picks it up. And they are moving it down the field. Man who got his hands on it was Mason Graham. And Sorsby tried to make too much out of that scenario there, and it cost him.
Yeah, and Tom Allen went right up and told him as much, I would imagine. Sometimes you don't want to make a bad play worse, and that's what happens there when you lose the football. Ball security is of the utmost priority here. They were trying to move out to the right side, move the pocket, and Jalen Harrell read that thing from the get-go and forced Sorsby to kind of cut back upfield, didn't take care of the football, was kind of toting it around and had it punched out.
Ball at the 49-yard line, 2nd and 10. Tuttle back to throw it, fires it over the middle. Ball is caught and very close to a first down, if not a first down. Just shy of it looks like. Michigan is pretty much everything we expected to see here this afternoon, Brad.
Yeah, I mean, look, they've got it all. They are a truly complete team. That's why they're the number 2 ranked team in the country, and that's why they're the number 1 scoring defense in the country, because on average they allow 6.67 points. Don, how many does Indiana have?
7.
Yeah, I mean, that's what Michigan does. They are really good. They are really disciplined. They are well coached. They have a tremendous amount of talent, and that's why they've been in the college football playoff the last 2 years. But look, Indiana had opportunities in this game, and they might have a few more here in this fourth quarter. But you have to play a perfect game. And that's not just a team like Indiana with only 2 wins on the season. That's any team that comes in here to the big house and plays Michigan. You cannot make self-inflicted wounds. You cannot make mistakes. You cannot take big plays off the board due to penalties. You can't turn it over in the red zone. And those are some of the things that Indiana did.
Jack Tuttle on as the quarterback for Michigan. Trying to pick up the running back here. I think we got somebody different in there right now. Tuttle waits the snap, gets it, and hands the ball off, and he goes to Quentin Johnson, who's in the ball game, and he powers his way right up the gut for a first down and then some as he gets the ball down inside the 35-yard line before he goes to the ground. That was just a good run by Johnson, and he gets it down to the 34, where it's a 1st and 10. Bredesen in motion, the big H back to the left. Here's the snap to Tuttle, gives to Johnson. Johnson finds a hole on the left side, cuts outside of the 20, down to the 15, down to the 10 before they can get to him to knock him out of bounds. And Michigan just continues on a roll. Jamari Sharp forced him out, but now it's 1st and goal for the Wolverines once again.
Yeah, and man, it's tough. It's tough when they get this thing rolling the way they do, and they kind of keep you off balance, and they can hand it off and use that big physical offensive line that way. They get a hat on a hat as good as anybody in college football.
So, ball resting now at the 10. And Tuttle ready to take the snap. Does. Hands it off. Johnson again. And goes up the middle. This time he is hit and brought down to the ground right around the 7-yard line. Take a look at the back of that 28 jersey.
Hall,
John?
yeah.
Is that not? That's not Johnson, is it?
Benjamin Hall, freshman.
So it is a freshman, Benjamin Hall.
Big left tackle Ladarius Henderson, who kicked out, and then they had Bredesen leading the way.
Tuttle again ready to take the snap under center. Gives it to Edwards. He tries the right side, and he gets it in. Touchdown, Michigan. So the Wolverines continue to celebrate with a 44-7 lead now over Indiana. Defense today, early on, played pretty well, but things started to fall apart in the second quarter, and then in the third period, Indiana just had no answers for them.
Yeah, look, and that's tough. And, you know, in these games, you do have to seize on those opportunities that you have. You have to seize on that momentum that you generate for yourself. And then when you start to lose sight of that, and yeah, things can snowball in a hurry against a team that's talented.
So now the extra point try from James Turner once again. And the kick is on its way. It is up and through. And Michigan has 45 on the scoreboard here today, 45-7. And here's the snap. Back goes Taven Jackson. He's going to go deep down the field looking for Kobe, and it's intercepted. And picked off in there by Keon Sabb. And Sabb takes it up the sideline left side, goes out of bounds around the 40-yard line. So
that was kind of strange, Don, because you had Kobe was running a deep post route, and that ball was thrown well outside of Kobe. So again, not sure if that was a miscommunication situation or one that where, again, in the weather, the ball might have just gotten away from Taven.
Sets back up in the gun, takes the snap, and hands it off to Hall. He's got a hole. Down to the 10, down to the 9. Two receivers far side, now one in motion coming to the near side. That's Carmelo English. Tuttle awaits the snap. Hall to his left. Tuttle back to throw it. Looks, throws it into the end zone, and it is caught. And I believe, touchdown. And it is the freshman, Carmelo English. And Michigan just keeps pulling it on. 51-7 right now. And with 6 minutes and 3 seconds to go here in this fourth and final period, the Wolverines absolutely dominating Indiana since the start of the second quarter of this football game.
Yeah, a little surprised that ended up being the play call there, but I think it was clear that Jim Harbaugh put Jack Tuttle in this game maybe a little bit earlier than he would have against a different opponent and wanted to get the former Hoosier a touchdown throw here today.
Got his wish. And I believe we just got a new kicker in the ball game. That was Cam Good. Well, let's check that. It wasn't Cam Good.
That'd be a highlight.
That would be a highlight. It's Adam Samaha. Samaha is the kicker for Michigan on that play. So they're getting a little bit of everybody in the ball game today. Probably had a new long snapper out there too.
Yeah.
Snap back. Sorsby looks, rolls to his left, being chased, wants to throw it, does throw it to the end zone, and it is tipped away by a Michigan defender. Batted it up and it hit the upright, and Keon Sabb is the man who made an interception earlier who bats that one away.
Definitely an injury to monitor, though, moving forward.
Right. Here's the snap, and they're going to hand the ball off, and that's going to do it. Looked like Marlon Klein may have got a run there. But the ball game comes to a close here as the tackle is made after a gain of a yard or so. And this ball game is history. The two teams cross the field these two teams cross and start shaking hands as Indiana falls in this matchup here this afternoon. 52-7 is the final outcome here at Michigan Stadium. The Wolverines stay unbeaten at 7-0, and Indiana now 2-4 on the season.